Hello, friends. Welcome back to Astrology Today. I am your host, Mel Rose, and today is Monday, January 8th, 2023. And today we might struggle with a little bit of cloudy perception. But before we get into it, please take a moment to like the video, subscribe to my channel, and click for notifications. That way you will know every time I post fresh daily astrology and tarot content like I do. And as always, my friends, thank you so much for being here today. The sun is in Capricorn, Mars is in Capricorn, Pluto is in Capricorn, Mercury is going to join us in Capricorn this Saturday. So those vibes of ambition and goal orientation are very strong right now. A lot of us are thinking about our present and future stability, security, and we really want to make a strong start on those plans. Now, I want to say that Capricorn is a great time to have made a New Year's resolution. We had a bit of a slow astrological start to the year with Mercury just coming out of retrograde. And so I want you to be aware that, and I'm sure I've said this before, but I want you to be aware that setting a New Year's resolution doesn't mean that you have to be achieving your goal by the 3rd of January or you have failed. So if you set a New Year's resolution and you thought you were going to go full speed on something, and then you find that you don't have the energy to, or you don't have the plans in place to get it all done just yet, or there's something that you're lacking to make that progress immediately, that's a-okay. All right, the zodiac year does not begin until the middle of March when we move on into Aries. So this is a great time to be making plans, to be thinking about your goals, and of course to be making progress. If you're ready to be making progress, Mars is in Capricorn. It's a really good time for our work ethics. We're really pretty determined and strong in our ability to move forward toward our goals. However, it is still the sort of hibernation time of year. So physically speaking, if you don't feel up to everything that you thought you could plan to do in this month, cut yourself some slack. Take a break when you need one. Make sure you set yourself up for success, okay? Make sure you have all the supplies, everything you need to make the fresh start that you want to make before you go ahead and try to go full speed ahead, okay? Make progress if you feel like you can, but if you get tired, give yourself a little break, okay? And make sure that you will have the stamina to move forward again a little bit later. And then the waning crescent moon is in Sagittarius. So with the waning crescent, we are releasing, we are letting go, we are cutting out what no longer works for us in terms of our creative cycle. The creative cycle ends and begins again this Thursday with the new moon in Capricorn. So that'll be a pretty practical start to our new creative cycle. But at this time, we are basically tidying up, sweeping away, clearing out our creative spaces, both within and without, so that we will have this clean slate to work with on Thursday as we bring ourselves back into the present moment and begin again to imagine what we'd like to happen for ourselves in the coming weeks and months. And in other astrology today, Mercury squares Neptune. So Mercury was square to Neptune at the end of November, and then it was retrograde and it squared Neptune again at the end of December, and now it is direct again and it is squaring Neptune for the 3rd time in that retrograde loop. So don't be surprised if some themes that relate back to a lack of clarity, a lack of mental clarity, some distorted perception, some illusion that we might have suffered from. Don't be surprised if a theme from the end of November like that or the end of December comes back at this time. But this is a day when things might be a little confusing. Our perceptions might be a little cloudy. We might be suffering some illusion, by design or just by happenstance, right? We might not be clear on what it is that we are perceiving. So I want you to be clear about that. Tomorrow the sun will trine Uranus, and so that's a harbinger of good surprises in our lives out in the world and perhaps in our personal lives as well. And tomorrow also Mars will sextile Saturn. In Saturn's While Mars is in Saturn's sign Capricorn, Saturn rules Capricorn, so this is going to be a great vibe for taking care of business and sort of getting things done. If you have work to do, especially since the moon is waiting, work to do, releasing stuff from your lives, pushing stuff out the door, dropping it off at Goodwill, etc., then tomorrow and the coming days are going to be great vibes for that. And that is it for today's astrology, friends. I hope that you are all feeling happy and well. And if you found this episode illuminating, feel free to put 3 cloud emojis in the comments section for the foggy perception that we might be dealing with today. And as always, my friends, keep looking up.